Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio
Where real music matters.
Absolute Radio
is
the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
Talk.co.uk before Wednesday. TalkTalk, simply great value. £12.60 line rental and conditions apply, based on download speed.
Forget everything else. Tonight's show is purely about how I can get revenge on my noisy neighbours that woke me up at 3:30 on a Sunday morning. Then I fell back to sleep and they woke me up at 4:10 and I got up at 4:10. Revenge.
Can this show get any worse?
Yes.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Sorry, dear listener. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is there.
Hello.
Thank you, Ben Jones. I'm losing my voice because I've got a little bit of a cold again, and I've just been doing a gig, and it's that thing I always forget. Microphones make your voice louder. You don't need to shout.
Shouty in them.
You don't need to shout.
You shout in these sometimes.
I do shout in these sometimes. I was furious at the reason. Anyway, Eloise and I were having a discussion about our noisy neighbours, and I said, "Hang on a minute, we can do this on air. This is the show. This is the show tonight." By the way, tick your Radar diaries now. So, we're not.
No.
Now. So, my wife had to be up at 5:30 for work on Saturday.
Yeah.
I had the boys, been waking up early, so we're all a bit tired. Saturday night. Went to bed quite early and was woken up at 3:30 by people talking really, really loudly in the street. Really loudly. 3:30, and it was like, oh, Jesus. And it kept me awake for about 10 minutes. I managed to get back to sleep. That was fine. Then I woke up again at 4:10.
Annoying.
And all I could hear was really loud music. I'm thinking, this isn't happening.
Don't you live on a lovely residential suburban style street?
A posh street. We live on a posh street. Let's not beat around the bush. It was coming from the house opposite us, directly opposite us, on the other side of the road, right? And all I could hear were what sounded like hundreds of people singing the chorus to Hey Jude. And then I could hear Sitting in the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding blasting
You could hear
out.
it word for
I could
word.
hear it word for
oh
word.
My gosh.
And then at the end, it whistles. Everyone joined in the whistling. Everyone was whistling.
You could hear the whistles.
Man, I was. So when the whistling started, I got up. I thought, it's 4:15.
Did you go over?
No, I didn't go over because I like to call a coward. But I did go downstairs and I tweeted. I was doing some very, very funny tweets. You should follow me because they're very funny.
Only if you follow me.
No. So I did phone the counsellor. I thought, actually, I've had enough of this. This is not good, right? My wife's got... Fandango was awake, and the boy was... I was like, no, this is not good enough. So I phoned the council. Phoned the council at 4:30. The council said, you've got to phone the police.
In the morning?
In the morning. You've got to phone the police.
They wait up. They're awake.
Well, I went to the website. It said between 9pm and 5am, phone this number.
I need to do this to mine.
Beautiful. So I phoned up. 4:30. Phone the police. The police deal with noise. Okay. Phoned the police. The police went, no, the council deal with noise. So I'm not in a good mood. So I phoned up, got through to the same woman at the council. I said, you just spoke to the police. They said they don't deal with noise. Oh, no, we deal with noise. You just sent me to the police.
Did you say that to her?
I said I was angry and I'd had a coffee.
Don't get angry with the people that are going to help you.
Are they going to help me? No. So...
Maybe because you got angry with her.
No. So she said, right, well, there's no one here from the sound team, but if you'd like to make a complaint, if you'd like to log a complaint, she kept saying, if you'd like to log a complaint, then you can leave it with me. I said, what does that do? Well, someone will call you back on Monday. I said, right, I'm kind of hoping the party's ended by Monday. I'm sort of hoping that it's not going to go on for another 24 hours and that it will have ended by Monday. Well, that's all we can do, I'm afraid. So I said, right, you're telling me I can have a party on a Saturday night and be as loud as I want because there's no one from the sound department. She goes, no, all the sound department people have gone home. So I can have a party as loud as I want. Well, no, you couldn't. You'd disturb your neighbours. I said, but my neighbours are disturbing me and you can't do anything about it. The sound department have gone home. I said, what time did the sound department go home? She said, 4 o'clock. So if I'd
4 a.m.
4 a.m. So if I'd have phoned you at 4, I said, what should I do? She said, well, you should have phoned us a bit earlier. And I was getting.
I
really
did phone you earlier and you sent me somewhere else.
Off with her now, and she said. So I got really arsey with her. In the end, I said, okay, I'm going to log a complaint about the sound, and I'm going to log a complaint about you. So I logged a complaint about the sound, and they said they'll definitely phone me back Monday. Yes, they will. They've not phoned me back. They haven't phoned me back. But then 20 minutes later, I got a phone call from the council going, hello, sir, this is the council. We're calling because we've received your logs complaint. Just to let you know, we can't do anything about it now. Oh, wait, are you taking the pee? Are you phoning me up to tell me that you can't deal with my complaint when I've just been told that? He went, yes. Then I played my trump card. I went, I'd just fallen back to sleep and you woke me up again.
Yeah.
I hadn't, but I said that.
There could have been other people in the house as well.
Yeah, I said,
that were asleep.
And then the boy started crying. He woke up, and I was furious. So then I was wondering.
Did they say sorry then?
They didn't. I don't know, Eloise, because
you were too angry.
I was too angry, and I hung up on them.
Okay.
I hung up. I was furious.
I'd love to hang up on someone.
Oh, it's good. It's not so good with a button. You want to be able to slam your phone. You want to be able to go.
Yeah. I might get a sound effect of that. Play that, then hang up.
That's an app. Oh, I spoke to the guy. It's been sorted.
Oh, thanks.
So, anyway, then I'm spending the whole day. I'm knackered. I'm spending the whole day plotting my revenge, right? And I thought the best thing to do is to push a poo through their letterbox.
I don't know what I thought you were going to say. I just thought you were going to say, best thing I thought to do was push a poo out.
Well, this is the thing. I was so close to doing it. But I didn't do it. I didn't go and knock on the door because my wife is going, I'll go and knock on the door. I said, well, you're not. It's 4:30 in the morning.
You don't know
who
they are.
That's not. But then I was thinking, what's the best way to get a poo through a letterbox? Do you do the poo live through the letterbox? Or do you do it at home? But then you've got to find something to carry a poo in.
I think it depends if you want them to touch it, in which case you get a dustpan.
Right. Yeah.
Poo in the dustpan.
Oh, God, really? Okay.
Then tip it down the
letterbox.
Yeah. Or you could do the secret assassin.
Yeah.
A squidgy envelope.
Oh, but how do you... can you poo in an envelope? I suppose a jiffy bag you could.
Well, you'd have to maybe... Yeah, you could. Or you could poo in another instrument and pour it in.
Like a trumpet or something?
It's 2 holes.
But then the next day, Fandango went over. Right, I'm there emptying the dishwasher.
She went over.
She said, I'm going over there. I said, no, please don't go over there. You know,
the moment's gone.
We can't go over there. We have to live here. It's going to be awkward, and I'm so not coming with you. And if you go on your own, I'm going to look like, an idiot, like a coward, and you're going to look like, tough guy. Don't go. She went, I'm going. And she went over, and she got the wrong door. So I'm glad I didn't push a poo through there because she knocked on the wrong door. It was the house next door.
Would you have knocked on the wrong door as well?
Yeah. I thought it was the young people at, let's say at number 127. It was the slightly older people at 129. Apparently they're moving, and apparently that's it.
How do you know that they're moving? Who do you speak to?
The guy at 127 said. These are not the real numbers, by the way, Ofcom.
Did Fandango knock on the door and start getting angry? And then no, it wasn't us.
Yeah, can I help you? Yeah, but did you have a really noisy party last night? And the guy went, why? Because you woke us up. Oh, no, it wasn't us. It was the people next door.
How do you know it wasn't them bluffing?
We don't know.
Where were the bin bags?
They've yet to come out.
Then you'll know.
Yeah, well, no. I was so annoyed. It finished at 10 to 5 in the morning. Now listen, that's not me being old, is it? That's out of order.
No.
To be able to hear music, to be able to hear the whistling outro to a song from the other side of the road.
Can I just say?
Please do.
I don't know what you're moaning about. I get this every day for about 12 hours
Go on.
a day.
Did it happen again at the weekend?
All the time, every day. And this morning...
This is the wife beater?
Yeah, and it's always Eternal or Lisa Stansfield.
Been around the world and
Yeah.
I can find my baby.
And then the other day we had Ronan Keating, but it's so
good taste in
loud.
music, good
I
taste in
can
music.
hear it, perfect diction, word for word. And then also they had guests over, so there was all because they've only got 2 bedrooms
They
like
have
we have, but
wife-beating parties.
I think they have about 3 different people in each bedroom. So they roll out their furniture every night, and they roll it back in every morning. And there's bangs and crashes and thumps, and so. You got it easy. I've got it all the time.
Fair play. Now you've put it into perspective for me, yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't live like that. So, dear listener, tonight, excuse me, noisy neighbours, we'll do the noisy neighbours. We'll do the neighbours from hell. We can. It's an easy one, but I'm quite happy to do it. If you
I
can,
need to ask a question. Sorry, I got to interrupt you.
please do. There's an emergency questions being asked.
If you ring up the council,
Yeah.
can they do it anonymously?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Because
I'm going to do this
Yeah,
then.
because she said, right, can I have your name? I said, no, I'm not going to give you my name. We can't take anonymous complaint. I said, right, well, are you going to tell them my name and address or who it was? She went, no. I went, okay. But saying that, they were going to phone me back today, and they never bloody did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so noisy neighbours from hell, we can do that. 0330 123 1215. If you think you have something equally as bad as mine and Eloise's story, or you can trump us, make us feel good. Tell us you've got neighbours that are
I
worse
would love that.
than the idiots. Oh, jeez, I was so angry. So angry. Got some funny tweets out of it, though, so it's not bad. And also revenge on neighbours, friends, people who have slighted you in any way. 0330 123 1215. That's the telephone number. It's an angry show tonight. And if you're just angry, if something angry has made you angry over the weekend, call us up and vent your spleen, please.
Did I tell you about when my mum had a cut on her face from our neighbour who threw a cushion at her?
You did tell me again, because this is bonkers.
So on Christmas Eve one day, we all got letters sent in our houses saying, please don't let your guests reverse on our driveway. And
Don't let your guests reverse on our driveway.
Yeah, they just didn't want people on their driveway. So when they went over for Christmas drinks, my mum jokingly sort of mentioned it as, oh, thanks for your Christmas message.
Yeah.
And he threw a pillow at her face, and the zip cut her face. And he stormed off and then rang his wife and said, oh, you're coming over? She went, no, you're being ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we may have done this before when you told the story, but we'll do it again because it's a great story and it's a good topic. Things that are not weapons, but they can be weapons. I'm sure we've done that before.
I don't think we have.
Have we not?
No.
Maybe I just dreamt it. We'll do it anyway. Oh, okay, first thing, have we done that topic before? And even if we have, we're doing it again. Things that are not weapons, but they can be
Probably
weapons.
ages ago.
Probably. No one listens to this rubbish anymore, the way the figures are going. I mean, we're getting more and more listeners every day. That's the message, isn't it? Something like that. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. I had something else to say. Nope, it's gone.
Always when we fight.
Hello, you. This is Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. My voice is going. It often does. I think that's my weakness, apart from, lots of other things, is I have a weak vocal cord capacity. No, something like that. Basically, whenever I get a cold, which is actually quite often, my voice goes. Partly because, as I said earlier, I forget that those things called microphones, they amplify your voice. There is therefore no need to shout. Jerry!
Hello.
Hello, Jerry.
Got a couple of ideas. I'll get revenge.
Oh, revenge on neighbours.
Befriend them.
Yeah.
Get in the house.
Yeah.
Sneak a walkie-talkie under the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Come when they're noisy.
Yeah.
Key up.
Yeah.
Say, shut that bloody noise up.
Say what?
Shut that noise up.
Key up, you know all the lingo. I did that once with my mother-in-law, with the baby monitor. We put a baby monitor. We stayed in this really old cottage that was obviously haunted. And we put a baby monitor in the hallway. And as she was going to... we put it in a cupboard. And as she was going to bed, we'd kind of just start saying... Can you hear me? She had the fright of her life, Jerry. The fright of her life.
It's in the middle of the night.
She was too scared to open it. She got me to come and open it. Right? And I didn't. It was obviously a baby monitor. And she went, I knew it was a baby monitor. I knew it. She's Greek.
Even better, go out to shred and do the message.
Yeah.
Saying thank you for playing my song.
Thank you. Thank you for playing my whistle song. I'm all just ready.
Another one.
Yeah.
Going with some fish.
Yeah.
Put it under the settee.
Yeah.
Goes off, stinks of place.
I'm thinking of buying a fish. Like a couple of goldfish or something. Because they're goldfish are easy to look after, aren't they?
Yeah, but the water goes dirty.
Well, this is the problem. This is why I did have a fish years and years ago, which I won at a fair. I say won. I spent £12 trying to win a fish, and they gave me 2 because they felt sorry for me. And then they died eventually. Bentley and Seven were their names. Seven died almost immediately because he only had one wing. Are they called wings on fish? He only had one wing, and he kind of like slept on his side. But Bentley lasted for about a year, and then I didn't change his water, and he died.
Aren't they fins?
Sorry?
Fins.
Fins, that's it. Yes, fins. That's it. Not wings. Wings are what have wings? Ah, yes, that's the monkeys.
Two fishes for the price of one.
Well, for the price of about 50 goldfish, probably.
Did you flush them down the toilet?
No, we ate them. Yeah, that shut you up, didn't it? Let's go to David Beckham. No, not David Beckham. It's Daniel Bedingfield. No, not Daniel Bedingfield. It's David in Beckingfield. Hello, David.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Here's something that annoys me. I just wanted to say that the way you treat your fans is disgusting, and because you're stubborn to them.
Here we go.
And
So have you spoken to Robbie Dove?
They pay your wages.
They don't pay my wages.
All you do is hang up on them.
Okay.
And this is awful.
Okay. Have you spoken to Robbie Dove? Have you?
Pardon?
Yeah. Have you spoken to Robbie Dove? Is that why you're upset?
Who's that?
Yeah. Well, okay. Very clever. Okay. Which point do you want me to address first? First of all, they don't pay my wages at all.
Yes.
Well, they don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, do all of my fans work for Absolute Radio? Is that what? No, they don't. I'm paid by Absolute Radio. We're a commercial radio station, so my. Sorry about that, Barry. I'll be with you in a second. I'm going to call that
Okie dokes.
young man back. That was very strange. Who was that? That was David from Beaconsfield. He won't answer the phone. What with him being a knob. La 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 la.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, this is the radio. This is as good as it gets. He won't answer.
La 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 la.
Fair play. He answered.
La la.
Hello.
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 Is that Daniel?
No.
It's Barry from Watford here.
Hello.
And can I just say about your comments, I fully concur. Isn't he nasty?
Oh.
He's rude to his fans. He's rude to people who aren't his fans. He's very rude to me. And I earned him a Sony Silver a couple of years back, and he treats me like dirt on his shoes.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was a shame because we met a few years ago and on another radio station it was. I tried to do my best to keep it alive, and I like to think I come out with a few nice stories, but oh no, rude to me was, disparaging about my wife.
He's a very horrible man.
Yeah, he was mean, that's what it was. He hurt me, and I tried to put it behind me, but my wife couldn't. Eventually, breathing difficulties, and she succumbed to what I like to call iain-leitis, or tall drink of water, lanky streak of wee-wee-itis, mania. She would cry at night, Barry, why is this so rude to you? She'd say, oh, it's all part of radio land, I'd say, sticking up for him, but he was rude, he was disdainful, and more than that, he was tall and lanky and slightly irritating. And now he's come on radio and he goes, oh, I've got a bad throat. He must think I was born yesterday.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be doing my gig at Watford Palace Theatre on Friday. This is his way of pulling out and going to see Ringo Starr. The final knife in the back after I've coughed
Can I
up.
just say something?
Hello?
I generally don't care. Goodbye.
What's a rude young man?
Welcome Welcome to Orange Answer Phone. I'm sorry, but the person you've called is not available.
Not available?
Please leave your message after the tone.
Sorry,
When
was that
you've
love?
left your message, just hang up, or for more options, press 1 at any time.
I'll press 1 at any time. Hello, you were speaking to me just now. You said you don't care. Well, that's very sad. And if you want to come to Watford Palace on Friday, you ain't invited. And your sister Bedingfield was much better than you and all. Goodbye, listeners. See you on Friday, even if I have to find a replacement for Ian.
Oh, 330-123-1215. You're more than welcome to come on and criticise me in the show. Of course you are, but, you know, la, really? Wow. Maybe we should restrict it to over 18s again. Yes. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, 0330-123-1215. I'll try and get my voice down, shall I? Because otherwise it'll be gone. Rudd!
Hi.
He's in England.
Yeah, I am. I'm back.
Hang on a minute. You sound like a 12-year-old girl now. You're in England.
Well, I'm more awake now.
Jeez, man, I wouldn't have been so harsh with you if I'd have known you sounded so young and so feminine.
Well, you know.
And also, you're not whispering. For crying out loud, Rug. Could you not understand that was just pointless on a phone-in show?
Yeah, well. Anyway, I just want to say about noisy neighbours.
Anyway, yes, Rug.
When I was living in India...
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Yes?
Is every story that you tell us from now on going to start with when I was living in India?
No, but this one is.
Okay. I'm just worried that you're going to sound like a boring old granddad.
No,
when I was living in India!
What I say? No, we had just... There were weddings all year round.
Oh, the Indian weddings are mental. I love them.
Oh, yeah. But no, like... You just sort of went to them, but just having them all year round around your house until about 4 in the morning made me want to rip my face off.
Well, wow, what an exciting image that is. But then you should have moved if you were having it every single night.
Yeah, we did.
Well, then that's that problem solved.
And also, I just want to say, Astro Boy, his fingernail fell off. What's going on with that?
Well, his fingernail fell off. What more do you need to know?
Did the fingernails grow back?
Yeah. Generally, they don't always, but his is. My fingernail fell off when I was a kid. When I was a little boy, my mum had a Mini, and I was about 7. I remember it so vividly. We parked up outside our house on the Britwell estate in Slough. I slammed the Mini door shut, so it was completely shut, and my middle finger, my bird in my right hand, got stuck in the door. My mum, inside the car, locked the car door.
Oh.
She got out of the car, and I'm in the street screaming. She's going, what's wrong? My finger! And she had to come round the other side, get the keys, unlock the car door, and open the car door for my finger to go out. My finger went black, and the fingernail fell off. Now, it was very, very painful, but as a 7-year-old boy, it was the coolest thing that could happen.
Okay.
Yeah, tell your mum to shut up.
Yeah, she just said that she wants to talk to you in a bit. Well, now, I've got a story about England.
Okay, right, can I give you a little tip on conversation?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to, good. And this is what I try and do. I don't always pull it off, but I try and do this, is when someone is saying something to me, instead of listening to my mum or trying to think of what the next thing is I'm going to say...
No, I was listening to you...
Or interrupting.
Okay.
Instead of listening to my mum or thinking what the next thing is I'm going to say or interrupting, I listen to what they're saying and then I respond to it.
Oh, okay. So you were going to say something about when you're 7, it was what?
I said it. Well, exactly, I said it. I wasn't going to say it. I said it. And you don't know what it was I said.
My mum came into the room and said, I'll talk to him after. So I didn't quite catch the end of your little anecdote.
Well, be polite and pretend you did and reply to it.
Oh, it was fascinating. I love it. Anyway, nice one. But today I was in Sainsbury's for the...
Absolute Radio.
You're listening to Absolute
Absolute Radio's postcards from Europe. We sent Ian Lee to Cologne on Eurostar. Here's how he got.
Thank you to Kitty and Craig on Facebook, who told me I hadn't played this song. I went into a mass panic. I thought, hang on a minute, I've played too many songs. I asked them, and they told me no. That's why you're hearing it now.
There's a boy with his head pressed up to the window. The bus, but everything could change.
Well done to Danny Baker as well, who got the all clear today, which is fantastic news. Don't you think? So, good for you. Bob's in London. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Ian. How you going?
You know, my legs are really aching today. I wonder if I've got growing pains.
Oh, I don't know.
I hope I'm not growing. I started shrinking, and I'm hoping that I'm not growing again, because I don't want to... Imagine if we just kept on growing and growing and growing until we got to, 80, and we were just long, gangly, 9-foot creatures. It could happen, Bob. Listen, it could happen. Well, it doesn't, so it won't, but it might, it won't. Anyway, Bob.
You're not far off.
Not far off. Well, what? Anyway, Bob.
I just want to talk to you about annoying neighbours.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I'm not as vengeful as you, but...
Who through the letterbox?
No, that's a little bit hardcore.
Okay.
Mate. I'd mates who've done that, and that's...
Did they really do it?
That's a bit scummy, huh?
Did you have mates who really did that?
Well, yeah, I've got a couple of friends who would quite easily do that.
Well, in that case, that's fair enough. Go on, so what was your story?
No, it's just cutting with neighbours. I don't mind a party at the weekend,
No,
and
of
if you
course not.
inform the neighbours, that's good as gold. I ain't got a problem with that,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
religiously, continually.
Don't want a
every
religious
week.
party going on. No, that'd be awful.
I'm not up for all that,
No.
especially when you're at work, because these guys didn't work. So at the end of the day, I just thought, okay, just give them a dose of their own medicine. And my mate had a lizard, and we just decided that to get them back when it was all calm in their house, if you like, we just basically stuck a load of grasshoppers through their letterbox.
Oh, you're joking. Like live ones?
Well, of course, otherwise it wouldn't be that good, would it?
It would be weird to have some dead ones, but it wouldn't. You're right. It wouldn't be that.
How many? They just get swept up at the front door, wouldn't they? But if you, because you've got to remember when you go into a field, and you hear all that little cricket noise, and when you go within, they're just silent, aren't they?
Yeah. So
And
how
when it all
many?
goes calm again.
How many did you post through?
Oh, well, he had a fair few for the lizards, so we banged for about 20 or 30.
I'd rather find a poo on my doorstep on my through my letterbox than that.
Well, yeah, but that's easy to sort out, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Geez,
you
you're a
can't
nasty...
find those.
No.
You can't find them little things.
Well, they'll be around.
No, it's incessant. You can't. You try and find it in the first place.
It will be
You
around.
can't find them.
They'll be around forever. They're going to be breeding in there.
Exactly.
Grasshoppers.
How good is that?
Grasshoppers are weird, aren't they? Because they shed their skin.
Well, yeah, but God, you're overthinking this one. I just wanted them to make a noise.
No, but listen, grasshoppers shed their skin, man. Have you ever seen a grasshopper's skin that's been shed?
Well, no, I suppose. Well, no, because they usually get eaten, so I haven't seen it.
It looks like.
What is it, like snake skin? Is it
No,
dangerous?
it looks like a hollow grasshopper.
Oh, cool, yeah. Well, they grow a bit bigger. And
It's weird, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose it will. Yeah, of course.
But
yeah,
we should hang out one night and talk grasshoppers. Seriously, man, whereabouts in London are you?
East London.
Nah, forget it. I ain't that bothered. Thank you for calling, Bob. 0330 123 12 15 is the phone number. Danny's in Islington. Hello, Danny.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
I certainly can, yes.
Good stuff. Got me on Bluetooth, that's all.
Oh, Bluetooth. That's rubbish, isn't it, Bluetooth?
Yeah, but it's at work, that's got to be done.
Utter pony. Okay, are you... yes, okay, Danny, away you go.
Basically, neighbours' revenge.
Yeah.
I've got some young university students who are an absolute pain in the you-know-what.
Of course.
Upstairs, and we've tried every angle with them whatsoever to ask them to keep their noise down at all hours. Last week, they come down the stairs, not knowing that I was in the kitchen, and I could hear them stamping their feet, messing about. And basically
Were you rustling up a bit of a curry?
No, I wasn't, no.
Okay.
And they were basically saying to each other quite loudly, we're going to keep these up tonight for a laugh.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, no, they're complete pains.
Oh,
But we
God.
complained to the council and everything with them, and
And what did the council say?
basically the same as what they said to you. They're They're on their last warning every time.
Yeah.
So they're leaving anyway next week. So anyway, they was having their little party, and I just had enough of them. So my dad's a locksmith, so I went and borrowed some tools off of him.
Oh my God.
I let myself into the block.
Oh my God.
In the cupboard.
Yeah.
And I took the electric out for the evening.
Well, so hang on, where was the electric? Did you go into their flat?
No. It's a little small block of flats,
Yeah.
and the electric cupboard is locked behind another cupboard, which is in most flats it is like that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And I took the electric out till it was about 2 in the morning, and I think I put it back at 12:30 the following afternoon.
And was it just their flat you did it?
Oh, yeah.
Danny, now listen, can I just say, dear listener, we do not condone this behaviour. This is very naughty, possibly illegal. We don't condone it. But Danny, well done, sir. Well done.
I don't normally ring in, but I just thought I had to boast about that one.
Danny, that is a cracking story. Thank you very much. Can anyone beat that for a revenge story on a noisy neighbour, just isolating their electricity and taking it out? Has anybody still got an electric meter where you put money in? I know you get the keys. I've had the keys. I hate the keys. And you always have the £5 emergency. What's the £5 emergency for? You're going to use that up. There's no emergency. But does anybody in the country still have... I'm old enough to remember the electric meter where you put in 10 bob or whatever it was. It wasn't 10 bob, it was 50 pence. It was just 10 bob. And turn a key and wind it round. That can't still exist, can it? That can't still exist. 0330 123 12 15. AD.
Hello.
Hello.
Again. I had one of those meters where you put the coins in.
You sound like a boy, AD.
I am a boy.
Well, how old a boy?
32.
Well, I don't want to ruin things for you, AD, but you ain't no boy no more.
Am I not? Okay, I'm a man.
You're a man, and you're very soon
You're
going to
actually saying I'm a man.
You're a man, AD.
That's a good compliment.
Yeah, you're a man. Yeah, good. You are a man.
Cool.
That's
Can I ask you for your advice on something here?
Please do, AD. Please do, and hopefully I'll be able to impart some wisdom.
Okay. You know how, like, at the end of Lost,
Yeah.
you kind of had to come to terms with the fact that it didn't end kind of that conclusively?
Yeah, they lied to us and cheated and stitched us up. Yes.
Yeah. I just finished, okay, at the beginning of this month, my other half bought My Name Is Earl, Season 1.
Right. What did you reckon to it? I wasn't that keen on it. I watched like the first 4 and I thought,
Oh, it was brilliant.
I've heard good things about it. Maybe I should have stuck with it a bit more.
You should stick with it.
I thought the guy that played Earl was very good.
Jason Lee, yeah. Do you know what? It's like the amount of things I've seen him in now
Right.
that I didn't realise. He was in the other day. I watched Vanilla Sky again.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good film,
And
man.
I didn't
Vanilla Sky.
realise it. He didn't realise that Jason Lee, the guy that plays My Name Is Earl, is Tom Cruise's best mate.
Right. Okay. So he just keeps popping up and stuff now.
He keeps popping up and stuff now.
But so go on. You watched season 1 of My Name Is Earl.
Okay. I watched all. We've just sat there every night for like most of this month watching My Name Is Earl all the way through to the end. Season 4 finishes.
Yeah.
And it's just to be continued.
Right.
And there is no season 5. The whole thing's been cancelled.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
I had a very similar thing with a terrible show called Invasion that was awful. Right? The first 4 episodes were awesome. The next 16 episodes were awful. And then the last 4 episodes were awesome again. Really exciting, right? And I was ill and I watched them all in 3 days. And then I went online to find out when season 2 was coming out. It had been cancelled. And it left you hanging.
It's wrong, isn't it?
It's awful. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. So how did it end? What did it leave you hanging?
It was pretty much it was hanging. It was in like you knew there was this kid in it the whole way through, and you kind of knew it was someone else in the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was his dad.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, you find out his dad wasn't his dad. It was someone else.
Oh.
And then they were about to announce who his dad was, and then it said degree continued.
Oh, and it has been discontinued.
I know. It sounds like quite a chavvy soap opera type ending, but it wasn't. It was.
No. I can imagine it being done with skill and with panache.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to know, AD? Because I don't know what I can help you with.
How do you deal with that? After you've kind of like dealt with the whole loss thing, how do I deal now with the loss of My Name Is Earl?
Well, the thing is,
having closure on that.
It was slightly different with Lost because they did. There was closure. You know, they did give you an answer.
Well, there wasn't. But that was a kind of like a cheap.
It was a cheat answer. It was a rubbish answer, but they did give you a full stop, and that was like, okay, well, they've done that. They're wrong, but okay. Yours, it's just hanging. Maybe you could.
And it actually said the text to be continued was actually displayed on the screen.
Well, I would suspect you have a very strong case to take them to court, AD.
I think I do.
I think you. Here's a suggestion, and it sounds like I'm being flippant. I'm not, actually, because you never know. Why don't you write to the producers and say, come on, guys, could you at least tell me, here I've got these 3 questions. Who was this? What happened here? And then what happened? Could you let me know?
Finish everything from his list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing may come of it, but if you're cheeky enough, they might just say, well, actually, AD, we're gonna give you the answers.
And they might scribble those down on a bit of paper and send them to me.
Yeah, well, they might do, yeah. Or they might fly you over there to star in a movie. I don't know. It sounds like you're screwed, to be honest. And it is disappointing when you invest that much time in a series and then it goes kaput.
It's like American Gothic all over again.
I never saw American Gothic. Do you know what? Here's the conclusion I've reached, AD. I don't think I like television anymore. I was going through a load of DVDs. Right? I've got so many DVDs that I've had for 4, 5, 6, 7 years and never opened.
You gave them to a charity shop, didn't you?
No. Oh, no, I didn't.
Really? I thought we were going to Muswell Hill.
I was going to go to the charity. I had like season 2 of The Sopranos, season 1 and 2 of Entourage, loads of movies, loads of stuff.
Why did you give away Entourage? Do you not even try Entourage?
I haven't got the time or the inclination to even try. And everyone I know says it's brilliant. The first 4 seasons are brilliant, then it gets a bit silly. I haven't even got the time. I'm watching Breaking Bad. I'm watching Mad Men. I've got loads of stuff to watch. I've had those DVDs for 5 years. Right? I ain't never going to watch them. Right. So I was going to take them to a charity shop, and then someone tweeted me and said, Iain, just send me an email with everything you've got. So I sent them an email with everything I got. And he wrote, I'll give you 100 quid for it. I went, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can have them for 100 of your earth pounds. So charity, up yours.
Unless it's VHS.
I can guarantee you it's not VHS. It's what I like to call the DVD. The digital versatile disc. Is that what it stands for? What does VHS stand for? Very high. I know Betamax stood for quality. 0330 123 1215. Bobby, Dave the Killer will be with you after Patrick Wolf. Hello, you. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is through there.
Yo.
There we go. Yo, indeed. And we are talking noisy neighbours. Jesus. Those people were just such idiots. Revenge and all other bits and pieces. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give it. It's an angry show this evening. And I'm getting angry because I'm losing my voice again. I always lose my voice. As soon as I get a bit of a sniffle, bam, my voice is the first thing that goes. And hey, guess what, kids? I kind of need it to feed my family. I can't do a lot. Talking is the only thing I can do. And if I can't do that, I'm screwed. Let's go to Bobby. Hang on a second. Oh, it's not working. Hello, Bobby.
Hello.
Hello, Bobby. Now, what can we do for you?
Well, I was very angry yesterday.
You sound so jolly and so full of life and joie de vivre. I can't believe that you would be angry about anything.
Yeah, it does happen to people.
It does, Bobby. Go on then. Tell us what happened.
I had the hiccups.
Ooh, what?
I get angry when I have hiccups.
Hang on a second. Eloise,
yeah?
this one's mental.
Probably.
This one's a mental. Okay, so you had the hiccups.
Yeah.
And that makes you angry?
I had them all day. And
hang on.
Warning. This caller is a Fruit Loop.
Sorry about that. I don't know. The siren went off. I have no control over the siren. Okay.
No, I weren't angry at the beginning of the day.
You weren't angry at the beginning, but then you were angry then at the end of the day. So how long did you have the hiccups for?
All day.
No.
Yeah, I had them for hours.
And were they? How regular were they?
Every 10 seconds, I suppose.
So you go hic, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
All day?
Yeah, and
So-
it got to the point where I was so frustrated because when I have hiccups, I tend to feel very sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got frustrated, and it was raining, and I was trying to put a tent up as well, and that didn't help.
That would make you angry having the hiccups. Does this happen to you quite often?
No, but when it does, it stays with me all day.
Okay, now the thing is, and I'm not being flippant about this, but this has been in the news recently. Is it bad enough for you to consider going to Dignitas?
No.
No, you wouldn't do that. Okay, good. That's good. I just wanted to check because there's a debate about whether people should be able to go and kill themselves, and well, I'm just kind of gauging how depressed it made you. Why were you putting a tent up in the rain?
Oh, me and my partner went camping.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
What can I ask you? Are you pregnant or something?
No.
People get the hiccups when they're pregnant.
I hope not.
Oh God! Oh no! That we've stumbled in some awful territory. I've mentioned suicide and babies. This is not the way you thought. Fun, light-hearted bit of banter, and suddenly it's taken a very, very dark, possibly expensive turn.
This is what you do, Ian.
I upset my callers apparently.
Oh, I think you're great.
Oh, I thank you, Bobby.
These people just get the wrong idea, and in my honest opinion, if they don't like what you say, don't listen.
This is the obvious answer, isn't it? This is
Exactly.
It's too obvious. If you don't like it, hey, go and listen to Capital or Heart or Radio
Yeah,
1.
but they're rubbish.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, but they're rubbish.
Oh no, I'm not telling you to listen, Bobby. God, this is going awfully. I'm saying the people who don't like me.
Oh, that's true.
You can listen as much. I want you to listen, Bobby, because I like you.
I do. I listen to your podcast.
Okay. Why are you listening live tonight?
I am, yeah.
How come?
Because I listened to quite a few of your podcasts over the weekend, so I thought I'd listen live tonight.
That's very, very... What do you do when you're listening to the podcasts?
I'm generally on the bus going to work.
Oh, that's okay. That's nice. I'm always curious as to what they're doing. Bobby, it's lovely to talk to you. If you get an attack of the hiccups again and we happen to be on air, maybe you could call us up and we could listen to them. That would be fun.
Can I ask something? I know you don't normally do it, but can I do a shout-out to my friend? She's had quite a hard time this week, so...
No. I know. Bobby, I'm sorry. I hesitated for a second. I thought, she's had quite a hard time. Maybe she's considered going to Dignitas and is pregnant. Who knows? Peter, this evening.
I'm here, Ian.
Peter.
I spoke to you on your birthday about eggs and tomatoes and cheddar.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what's funny? I was thinking of you today.
Yes.
I genuinely was.
What were you thinking about?
Because I had to. There were some remains of the eggs and tomatoes in the fridge, and so I scraped them in the bin. And I thought, I wonder if that gentleman who called in to ask about the eggs and tomato was satisfied with the answer I gave him, because I've made
really.
it sound.
You just said it was garlic and eggs and tomatoes, olive oil, perhaps.
It's pretty much that. It's you get. I'm missing out some bits and pieces, but you just cook some tomatoes, loads of tins of tomatoes, and then you crack open some eggs in it, and that's pretty much it.
Very nice.
It's delicious. It's my favourite meal of all time.
Excellent. Tonight I called originally about Bad Neighbours, but when you mentioned Dignitas, I thought it cost £10,000 to go there.
Sweet. Does what?
It cost £10,000 to go to Switzerland, to Dignitas, to end your life.
Does that include your flights?
I don't think so, Ian, but that's a bit of a... I think that's irrelevant, really, when you're at that point in your life.
Well, the thing is, you still have to come up with the money, don't you?
You do, but
you don't want to leave your family that you're leaving behind. You don't want to leave them with massive amounts of debt.
Well, they're going to be minus £10,000, aren't they?
Well, from the inheritance, yes.
Yeah, but I suppose when you're in that position in your world, you're not your 17-month-old son, or my 15-year-old son, or my 4-year-old daughter. You're not at that point in your life, are you?
No.
We haven't been to that point where you have an illness that bad that you want to leave this planet.
My mum is in a home, bless her. She's not very well. And I was over there at the weekend. I popped over to see her for an hour. And she said something about how she's been spending some money. And I was kind of joshing, and loads of other people that lived there were there, and some of the carers, and I was going, well, hey, whoa, stop spending money on yourself, Mum. That's my inheritance. And everyone was chuckling away. I said, and speaking of which, when are you gonna pop your clogs, eh? Otherwise I have to come and bloody.
But that's not the way you really feel, Ian.
Well, but listen. I said, otherwise I have to come and bloody well murder you. And everyone sort of looked at me and stopped laughing. It was like, what did you say? And I started going, oh, I was only joking. I'm not actually going to murder my mum. And I got some very disapproving looks. Can I get safe for the record? I do not intend to murder my mum for her money.
No. And I see my parents getting older, and I see the future, and I think, good God, what's it going to be like without them?
Wow. Well, it's going to be awful, isn't it?
But we live with our kids, so that's the future.
Well, it's the circle of life, isn't it? As my mother-in-law would say, one generation hands on to the next generation. Did you watch this programme tonight?
I've recorded it, Ian, but I've watched one before,
right,
very similar, at Dignitas, which was done on a satellite channel about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I think, if someone has the choice, what can you say? If they're they know that they're going to get worse and they're going to feel really bad, which we haven't yet, have we, Ian?
No, I've been
I'm
very blessed.
46, you're what, 42?
Go up, hey, steady on, 38, fella, calm down.
No, I'm sure you're 40.
Shut up. I look at my mum, who is very ill with MS, and she's very ill. She can't do anything for herself. She can't. She has to. People have to help her feed her, and she go anyway. I often, and it does bother me a lot because I genuinely am very afraid that I'm going to get MS. There's not much more chance of me getting it than anyone else, but there's a little bit more of a chance. And I look at her and I do think about it a lot, and I think if I was as ill as she is, I don't think I could be as brave as she is. And carry on. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
I listened to a DJ on Luxembourg in the late 70s called Roger Scott.
I used to know Roger Scott when I was a kid. I knew his son, and he told me off once for breaking his son's bike.
Well, he got MS, didn't he?
Did he get MS?
Yes.
I didn't know that, okay.
Yeah, and he got sacked off Luxembourg for sounding slurred.
Right.
And it was MS that was causing that.
Are you sure Roger Scott had MS?
I'm pretty sure
I'm
it was
Googling
Roger
him now.
Scott, yeah.
I'm Googling him now, because I don't...
Google him. I haven't
him.
done for years, but 78 I used to listen when I was 13.
Because he went to Capital for a while.
Right, well, he originally started in Luxembourg.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty sure it's Roger Scott.
I don't think he was. He didn't seem to have anything like that when I knew him, but I was like 14, 15, so I don't...
I can't Google him while I'm on the phone to you.
I can't
my computer's too slow.
My computer's knackered
but,
here.
No, it's Absolute Radio.
Oh, so go on. Yes, go on. Go on, Peter, sorry.
Sorry.
I had the fader up.
Yeah. MS is very debilitating. And
it's horrible, yeah.
It slows down every sense you have.
Yeah.
I just feel that we haven't been to that point, Ian, yet. We're looking at the future with our children.
Yeah.
And that's very bright and beautiful, and we're at a great point in our lives. But when you get to that point, I'm talking as devil's advocate here, but once you're at that point in your life where you can't see the future and that you know what's coming, I think an intellectual person, someone who has, I don't know, it's a difficult subject, but I think that if you have the choice at the end, you should be allowed the choice. Do you not think?
Oh, listen, I am a big fan and a big supporter of people having the right to choose when they die and how they die and if they, And I was listening. There's been a lot of debates on Radio 4 and 5 and other stations about this recently because of this show, and a lot of people saying, well, it's not up to us to make this choice. Well, surely that's the one choice that we should be allowed to make whenever we want. No, what this is me, and if I want to end it. Then hopefully I would be well enough to talk to as many different people as I could to gauge as many different opinions. But if they couldn't change my opinion, then I should be allowed to do it. Simple as.
My ex-fiancée lives in Switzerland, and one of my best friends lives in Gothenburg in Sweden, up in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes up there. That if you decide you want to leave the planet, they work it out for you, they take you through a plan, and then they take you to the end, and it's very dignified and beautiful, and it's not like the way it would be in this country. I just think we are behind the times in a lot of things. We follow America, but in terms of Scandinavia, Norway is the best place to live on this planet, apparently.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. But then
have you been up there, Ian?
I've not been to Norway, no.
Have you been up into Scandinavia at all?
Now, is Sweden in Scandinavia?
Yes.
Is Finland in Scandinavia?
Yes.
Then I've been to Scandinavia.
Yeah. And what was your impression?
I wasn't that mad on Sweden, if I'm completely honest. I mean, I went to Stockholm, and I wasn't...
And Stockholm is the most vibrant place in Sweden, actually.
We went to the countryside, and I thought the countryside was stunning.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't that taken with the town so much. Well, Peter, listen, we're going all around the houses, literally, but it's interesting to talk to you about this. And
I'm glad you thought about the eggs and tomatoes again.
I did, as I was scraping that tray into the bin. I thought,
I'm glad.
I wonder if he was happy with the answer, and I've got the answer that you were not happy.
And one more question
Go on.
tonight.
Yeah.
The Davis, the producer you were talking about the other night.
Oh, yeah, I remember her, yeah.
Was that Andy Davis?
No.
No. Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Cheers.
Ta-ta. 0330 123 1215. I like this song a lot.
Stand in the place where you live.
We've had an awesome email about revenge. I'll get Eloise to read it in a bit. It's very, very funny. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Revenge, noisy neighbours, and we can talk about it if you want. Should you have the right to kill yourself? Of course you should, shouldn't you? Everyone would agree with that, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? 0330 123 1215. The DJ from Radio Luxembourg who had MS. Roger Scott died in 1989 of cancer. I used to sort of know him but not really know who he was, and would go around his house and play with his son, who I can't remember his name. Was his son called Graham? Was he called Graham? And I was probably like 14. Yeah, about 14. And it's before I got into the Beach Boys, but he had loads, I'm just thinking about now, he had loads of signed Beach Boys albums all over his wall. And, oh, man, I wish I had been more aware. I remember a weird thing, right? He had remarried, so Graham, I think his name was Graham, had a stepmom who was this really hot blonde woman. She was hot. And used to do those sort of Jane Fonda workout videos in the shiny leotard. Okay, and we were 14-year-old boys, like, yeah, nice. I remember once going round to his house, in one of those houses where you could just kind of walk in and hang out and stuff like that and do all that kind of stuff. And I remember sort of going into the den, which was Graham's room, and loading up Ghostbusters on the Spectrum and playing for about an hour, thinking, he's not here. He's not. I thought he was here. He's not here. And no one else knew I was in the house. Like, Roger didn't know, and his missus didn't know. And so I had to sneak out of the house without being seen. Otherwise, it would just look weird, like, what are you doing in here? Anyway, Emily's in Sussex. Hello, Emily.
There
we go.
It is, isn't it? Oh, hi, Emily. Emily's in Sussex. Hello, Emily. Oh, shit. Hello?
Hello, Emily.
Hello. Hello?
Turn the radio off.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just trying to keep up with what was going on and just realised I could hear you.
Yeah.
Without realising earlier that I could hear you.
Good. What can I do for you, Emily?
I don't know. I just decided that I was going to ring you on an earlier conversation line, but that's gone now.
The conversation lines can always be resuscitated.
Okay, fine. I can't remember what you were talking about earlier that I was interested in talking about.
Neighbours. Revenge.
Revenge prior to that one.
Neighbours.
Prior to Revenge.
Neighbours.
Neighbours. Okay, let's talk about Neighbours.
Okay.
I have nothing to say about Neighbours.
Ah. Well, are you sure that's what you called in to talk about then?
No, it was prior to that one.
I don't think we did anything prior to...
I'm sure you did.
To Neighbours. Can you not remember vaguely what it was about?
I've been trying to rack my brains while I've been waiting to speak to you.
Yeah.
What it was, and I can't remember.
Well, what are you up to? Let's talk about something else then, shall we, Emily?
Okay.
What are you up to this evening?
Just...
Having a few beers?
Yep.
Yep. How many have you had?
Wine.
How many bottles of wine have you had?
1.
Was it a big bottle? Was it? It was, wasn't it?
No, it's about normal size.
It's about normal size.
But shall we have a decent conversation?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to kind of kickstart it.
What should we talk about then?
Well, we're talking about it now.
Okay, we're talking about my alcoholism.
That's easy for you to say. So, is Monday the new Friday?
I suppose it could potentially be depending on your job schedule.
And what is your job schedule?
Monday to Friday, afternoons only.
Afternoons only. Emily, you are sorted, baby. So what time do you start work and what time do you finish?
Earliest 2.
Yeah.
Latest 8.
Wow, there you go. What do you do? Are you a call girl?
Oh, no, actually, no. That's give me the wrong impression.
Yes, we want that, Emily, no.
No.
No. What's going to give us the right impression?
Just sort of, you've got to always sort your life out and work your life out to suit you.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't mean that you're suddenly some sort of
escort.
Call girl.
Are you a call girl?
No.
What do you do for a living?
I just work in travel.
You work in travel?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a travel agent? Are you trying to spark up a fag there?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a travel agent?
Yes.
I guessed it from when you said you work in travel. You're either bus driver or a travel agent. Does anyone go to the travel agents anymore? Surely everyone knows it's cheaper online.
But that's where I have the beauty of my job is that I can match the price online.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And are you there alone or have you got someone with you?
I have my partner with me.
Okay, and I'm going to take a chance. What's his name?
His name is Lance.
Lawrence?
Lance.
Lawrence?
Luds.
Luds?
Lancer.
Lance?
Yes. Lance, as in Lancelot.
And does he? Steady on.
He tries.
He tries. I bet it's hard work living with you. And is everything going well with Lance? Are you married yet?
No.
Oh, come
he's
on.
already married.
Oh, Emily, hang on. Now it's. I
know.
knew if we dug around deep enough, we'd find some dirt. So he's married.
Uh-huh.
Is he still with his wife?
No.
Oh, they split up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have they definitely split
He's
up?
still not. He's still married to her. That's a question mark. I have a massive question mark. I have.
Dump him.
Do you think so?
Oh, how long have you been together?
3 years.
Right, and he's still married.
Mm-hmm.
Does he spend some nights away from you?
No.
Okay. And why won't he divorce her?
I don't know.
How does that make you feel?
A little bit unsure.
It's not good, is it?
No.
Did he leave her for you?
No. He was with somebody in between.
Emily, he sounds like a dirty dog.
Do you think so?
Oh, I know so.
Okay.
I know so, Emily. You can do so much better than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is like a typical advice. We're not on a relationship advice evening, are we, really?
Oh, we can be on any kind of evening here. That's the beauty of this.
Is that really?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. Well, I think that it's not necessarily his decision that he's not divorced.
Okay,
I think it's the original wife that is.
Okay, she's making it difficult. That's understandable.
Yeah.
So what are you doing for the rest of the week? Working?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'm meeting my friend Dougie for breakfast. We're going to hopefully try and get a free breakfast from a guy called Roger.
Roger always gives a free breakfast.
I'm hoping he does. He's in West Hampton. He phoned up the show and he said, if you come in, you can have a free breakfast. Well, we're going in. We're going to try and claim our free breakfast.
Okay.
And then tomorrow afternoon, I'm recording a podcast for MSN, then doing the radio show.
Really?
Then...
What's a podcast, anyway?
Sorry?
What is a podcast?
A podcast?
Yeah.
It's where you cast your pods.
Yeah, but what exactly is a podcast?
Well, you know, like sounds, and you know your pocket.
Yes.
Imagine if you could carry sounds in your pocket.
Okay.
Cast your pods.
I still haven't got there.
Okay. Then Wednesday I'm doing something. Thursday
It reminds me of the Devil program. Devil. It reminds me of
You can say the word devil on the radio. It's not 1952.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's definitely 2011.
But it reminds me of what's that film where they all get taken over by pods?
Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one.
Yeah.
And the dog at the end of it.
Yeah. Thursday I've got a meeting.
That's a podcast.
Yeah, it's an invasion of a body snatcher.
Fine. Okay.
Thursday I got a meeting with Barry from Watford to discuss his rubbish show. Friday I'm doing his rubbish show. Oh, and on Thursday I'm on This Morning as well.
Everybody does rubbish shows. Everybody does rubbish everything, really, doesn't they?
Sorry, who?
Everybody does a rubbish something in life.
Everybody does a rubbish something in life. Yeah. Well, Emily, I think we've mined this.
Have we reached the end of our fineness?
I think we have reached the end of our fineness, yes.
Okay. Well, it's lovely talking to you.
Very lovely talking to you. Are you and Lance going to head off to bed now for a little bit of rumpy-pumpy?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, wow. It really is tense in that household, isn't it?
It's not tension, it's just that we're not ready for bed.
Okay, so you're going to have a few more boozes?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for calling, Emily.
Oh, well, thanks for speaking to me.
Pleasure. Ta-ta.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Eloise?
Yeah?
Can you find that funny email and give it to us?
Yes.
This is a story of revenge, and it's just...
This is from a guy called Marcus, and he says, my neighbour has this annoying habit of watching adult entertainment movies every night around 2 to 3 a.m. with his girlfriend, and whilst I appreciate it that it's behind closed doors, I don't appreciate them having their windows wide open so that you can hear every noise, every moan, and every other sound.
The time when I've watched adult movies, you do it with the sound down and the windows shut, because you don't want anyone to know that you're...
But I think it's their noises.
Oh, it's their noises as they're enjoying themselves.
I think so.
Oh, dear God. OK, yeah, go on.
Other neighbours have complained, but they just turn up the volume on their TV.
Well, then it's from the TV, then.
Oh, yeah. Shush!
OK, sorry.
Each neighbour has sent them letters, and I have even knocked on their door just to be considerate. Their response was to F off.
Wow.
The weekend just gone, I had enough of it, so I actually weed in a sandwich bag and was about to throw it through their bedroom window, which was wide open. It was a proper mission, and I actually got dressed in black clothing and even thought about wearing a balaclava.
Fantastic. Proper ninja style-y.
I walked out of my front door towards my neighbour's door and was about to throw the wee-filled bag when a cop car pulled up. I pegged it like Forrest Gump back to the house. A copper knocked on my neighbour's door. He opened the door. A few of my neighbours and I peeped out towards the direction, and I can say each one of us was shocked. My neighbour was wearing what seemed like a black PVC catsuit and a gimp mask in his hand.
No.
Filthy animals. Quite funny though, but I think I'm scarred for life. After the cop left, I was still furious, so I still chucked the bag through the window and pegged it in time, just like Limp Bizkit.
Fantastic. They must be very dirty dogs, because if you... Hey, listen, everyone's dressed up at home, haven't they? Sure, of course we have. But if the police if someone knocks on the door, you cover up the outfit.
Yeah, surely.
You would do... you'd have to, wouldn't you?
Unless
dogs.
he wouldn't have answered the door normally, but because he saw it was the police, he thought, oh, God, I've got to open the door.
Imagine getting arrested and taken to the police station in a PVC catsuit with a gimp mask.
Hilarious.
0330 123. Oh, look! David from Beaconsfield has called in, allegedly, to apologise. Yeah, I bet. It's 20 to 1 all of a sudden. Mark Crosley's on at 1 o'clock, of course. Carrick, Hal Edwin Bennett will be with you in a bit. And David from Beaconsfield, who was a little bit stroppy earlier on, he's come on to apologise. Interesting. Someone's posted, Mark's posted it on the Facebook page, a very funny mashup, stroke remix of Jeremy Kyle. Very, very funny. I was just watching it during that last record. If you want to see it, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. If you missed any of the show tonight, or any of the shows, then go and download the podcasts, please. You can get them from iTunes, where you'll find the full show without the music, the news, or the travel, or the ads. There's also the best bits. Various interviews, Shepherd's Pie, Best of Barry, loads of stuff on there. Or you can get them all at absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee. We'll come to David in a bit. Let's go to Hal Edwin Bennett.
Hey,
hey, man.
I was gonna ask you. When was your birthday?
It was last Thursday.
Was it the 9th?
The 9th.
Was that the 9th?
The 9th, yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Because Eloise is the same birthday as me, and my young brother, he's the 9th of June as well.
Hey, we should all get together and hang out.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe.
No.
So, no, I was going to tell you a story about noisy neighbours with a twist.
Yeah.
Because normally noisy neighbours are very annoying. And anyway, I was a student years ago doing my teacher training, and these other students a couple of doors up were making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It was coming and going, and they were doing it in the street. There was some sort of lot of laughing, shouting, and all that. And then it would go quiet, and then I'd go, and anyway, they woke me up, and then I'd try and get back to sleep, and then they wake me up again. And I decided, I got annoyed, and I decided to look out the window to see what they were doing, because they were doing something that was the rest of them thought was hilariously funny.
Of course.
And when I looked out the window, I thought it was funny as well. And what they were doing was they were taking turns. It was a mixed group, men and women, young students, about 18 to 21, and they stripped completely naked, and they were running out into the street. There was a car parked on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
And obviously the dare was they had to run out into the street completely naked, run around the car a couple of times, dance in the street, and then run back in the house.
Beautiful.
And that's what they were doing. And then they were taking turns, and they'd obviously done this many times because I'd heard all this laughing and joking. And I just secretly watched it through the curtain. They didn't know I was watching. And two guys went, and one woman went as well.
Yeah.
So it was and I just thought it was hilarious.
So hang on, you saw a 19-year-old girl run through the street naked?
Yeah, I was about 30 at the time. Well, she just ran across the road, ran round. They had to run round this car twice.
Yeah.
And then...
I never did anything like that when I was a student. I never did anything like that when I was a student. There was never any kind of naked, sexy fun like that. It was always me getting drunk or stoned alone in a room listening to miserable music. That's all that happened.
Did you ever gate crash any parties?
No.
One of my favourite student memories is gate crashing a party. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant party in a hotel.
Yeah.
We clambered in through windows, joined in, and they were all drunk, and we started organising the party games because they were playing party games.
Yeah.
And it was very, very funny because obviously they'd paid money to be there, and we just kind of clambered in through windows. And then we went, and then on the way home, we just messed about, and we were lying. The streets were completely empty, no cars. We were lying in the middle of the road, pretending, to be dead and all this sort of stuff, because that's funny when you're drunk. And then we kicked a bin over, one of these street bins. Obviously, you shouldn't do this.
No, naughty.
And as we did that, the karate, Eric Cantona style, kicked this bin over.
Yeah.
We saw this policeman walking up the road in his uniform with his little helmet on.
That's what they do.
And of course he saw us, and he chased towards us. And I managed to dive out the way and run the other way. But anyway, he caught a couple of us, not me, but he caught a couple of our friends and arrested them, took them to the police station, and they pretended they didn't know who we were, and he let them go. And then next day we kind of gave ourselves up because that was the deal he'd struck with them. Well, you need to go and find out who these guys are.
Yeah.
And we paid the council to fix the bin. Can't remember how much it was, about 50 quid. So yeah, but that was a hilarious night out. I mean, I know it doesn't sound hilarious.
It doesn't sound hilarious. It sounds quite dull. But the two things you've raised there.
At the time, it was hilarious.
No, at the time, those things are. Two things you've mentioned there that I have got so many photographs of me as a student pretending to be dead. There's one of my favourite photos that my wife used to carry around for a long time is a picture taken over of the third floor balcony of a flat that I used to live in, with me lying on the floor as though I'd just jumped from the window. Now, again, it doesn't sound very funny. We used to find it hilarious back in the day. Hilarious! Yeah, maybe not. Caddick!
Evening, Ian.
Good evening, Caddick.
I've just posted a comment. I've just posted something on your Facebook.
Oh, let me have a little look. Hang on a second.
I may not be able to say it.
You certainly can't spell it either.
Well, I tried.
Well, you spelled it completely wrong.
Well, it was my first attempt on Facebook.
Okay, well then...
Anyway, but I want to provide a personal ad on the show.
Okay, well then away you go.
Good evening, ladies. My name is Alan. I'm 31 years old in Birmingham. I'm looking for and would like to meet a busty female for companionship and fun times. Starting off as friends could lead to a possible relationship. If you would like to get in touch, you can ring 330 123 1215 and speak to my agent, Mr. Ian Lee, and he will happily negotiate a decent deal.
One up.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Yeah, all right. My voice is going, which always irritates me.
Well, you're just a sickly thing.
I'm
aren't you?
very, very frail. Very frail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's about this euthanasia business.
Oh, yeah,
really.
you're gone.
I don't mean to put a critic.
No, we've mentioned
down.
it, and it's been in the news. It would seem churlish to ignore it.
See, my opinion is, if you took a much-loved pet to the vet, and the vet says, it's in a lot of pain, I advise, I don't want to use the word put down, because it's not very nice, but the vet advises you, so why should a human being have that same right?
I know it does. It does always strike me as I guess one of the main fears, one of the arguments I've heard over the last few days, is that that people are worried that vulnerable people could be coerced or manipulated into doing something they didn't want to do.
There is that, but if you what's the word? If you kept an eye on it, it's just. I mean, suicide used to be against the law.
It did, didn't it? You could be prosecuted for it. Yeah, I know, it's incredible.
How would they prosecute you?
I know, that's one of the strange things in the world, that you could go to prison and if you killed yourself. OK, hang on a second, let me see. It's weird. I kind of think, and maybe it's because I've seen my mum be really ill, and I've seen other people in my family be ill, that you should be able to end it if you want, and the people...
that right.
Of course you should. It's yours.
Nobody wants to be in a lot of pain, dear me.
It's the one thing that's truly yours, and if you can't take it when you want to, then there's no kind of cosmic justice in the world, man.
I mean, if my cancer, when I had it, God forbid it had gone bad, I'd have wanted to walk up a railway line with my iPod on, make sure,
But then one of the arguments is, well, supposing your cancer did go bad, right? And it went really bad, and you were told you've got 2 months left to live, and it's going to be really painful, and it's going to be horrible, and it's going to be awful.
I'd want out.
But then you killed yourself. But then the doctor came in and said, well, actually, we could have... There's just been a new breakthrough, or we misdiagnosed, or actually it wasn't quite as bad as we thought, or that was a worst-case scenario. There's always that possibility as well, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it?
Well,
it'll roll on.
Not laugh out loud funny, but yeah, I know.
No, it's not. No, I don't mean no.
Your point is taken.
Enjoying it.
Mark, lovely to talk to you, fella. Take care.
All right, ta-ta.
Ta-ta, there we go. Let's see what this young lady wants. Yes, David.
Hey?
Yeah, you phoned up to apologise for being a knob.
Yeah.
Go on then. Oh, I've accidentally cut you off. Oh, nuts. Sorry about that. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I was going to talk about euthanasia as well.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, if you sort of had a 3-month period where somebody had to sign their name each month, so 4 times over 3 months, then surely you'd be getting away with, them not being forced.
So you're saying that on the first day of each month they would go and sign a bit of paper saying, yes, I'd still want to kill myself, and then they would do it 3 months, and that would be enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But supposing on the 4th month, they would be like, all right. Some people can... If you're really depressed, right, and you're really down, you want to end it all, and you think, I've had enough of this, I want to die. But then sometimes that depression and that anxiety and that self-loathing can lift.
That's true, but in the majority of these cases, it's generally down to illness.
Yeah. Listen, I've got to go, only because we're running out of time, and maybe I should have introduced that earlier. Thank you very much for calling. It's kind of genuinely fascinating subject to me. Eloise, thank you very much.
Bye.
Are you in tomorrow?
Yes.
Beautiful. Mark Crosley's up next. Do stick around. He'll be being much more jolly than we've been this evening. I've decided I do like the Pierces. Have I just made myself sound really uncool?